Hey everyone, welcome to Trail Sage, and today we're talking about the ILM 726X helmet. Now I've been using this over the last 5 months, but prior to that, I've been wearing an old mountain bike helmet much like this for all of my scooter rides, so you might be wondering why the switch. Well, since I primarily used to scooter on the open roads, I wanted something that had a little more protection and coverage. The 726X is versatile and has all the safety options I was looking for in a fun light-duty helmet. But before I get too carried away, let's go over the specs. In a size small, the helmet weighed in at 1,358 grams or just under 3 pounds. The design includes an adjustable sun visor at the top and a tinted retractable lens. On the inside, you'll notice 2 buttons to release the chin protector if you prefer to ride without one. On the underside, there's a slider to open and close the front vent. And speaking of ventilation, if we look at the top of the helmet, you'll see an additional 2 vents that can also be opened or closed depending on your preference. Around back, there are additional vents to help with airflow, but these can't be closed. Looking at the inside of the helmet, you'll see plenty of padding, which is both soft and offers plenty of cushioning. All the pads are attached using either Velcro or button snaps, making it ideal for washing. In fact, the only pad that you can't remove is the small piece that protects you from the chin strap. And speaking of that chin strap, ILM uses a quick release buckle, making it a cinch to take on and off. Finally, the helmet meets FMVSS and DOT safety standards, and while I chose the matte black, there are 2 other color options available and a variety of sizes to pick from. My head measured just under 22 inches and a size small worked out great for me. I also want to note you can replace the tinted lens if you scratch it or you prefer a clear one. I found a video from ILM showing how to do this, which I'll link to in the description below. But that's it for all the specs, so let's get into what I like about this helmet. Unlike most motorcycle helmets that are big and bulky, this one's slimmer and sports a pretty unique design. The smaller footprint also means it's lighter and has pretty good visibility. But that weight savings and unique design don't come at the cost of safety and comfort. I appreciate that this helmet meets all the right certifications, and man, it is super comfortable to wear. Another one of my favorite things is the retractable visor. The tinted lens has been great for sun glare, but I thought it might be an issue at night, so I bought a clear visor just as a backup, but as it turns out, with my lights on, the tint turned out not to be a problem at all. Which is good because I ride mostly with the visor in the down position, where it does an excellent job at protecting my eyes from debris and wind. And speaking of wind, this chin guard not only provides a little bit more safety, but does a great job at blocking the air from blasting you in the face, especially when the temps get near the freezing mark. But that doesn't mean that this helmet gets stuffy. Even in the warmer temps, the vents do a good job at circulating the air, and I like that they included the ability to close them if you don't need them. I also really appreciate the quick release buckle, making it easy to put this helmet on and off, even with gloves. From the adjustable sun visor at the top to all the removable inserts, it's clear the folks at ILM put a lot of thought into the creation of this helmet. But it hasn't all been great. There are a few downsides and missed opportunities, starting with the lack of reflectors. Personally, I would have loved to have seen some small reflective strips, especially because this one's hard to see at night, and while they do offer a helmet that has a light, this one doesn't, and to make matters worse, there's no mounting brackets to add your own. 2, I have noticed that the visor does fog up a bit, especially in the cold if you're not moving. Even with the front vent open, I still find myself having to crack the visor open if I'm stopped at a light. Of course, once you start moving, there's no issue, but perhaps some better placed vents would have solved the problem. 3, there's a reason why I didn't make my own visor replacement video, and that's because I found the process to be quite tricky. I struggled a lot at both removing and installing the visor, so unless you really need the clear visor, I would just leave it alone. 4, the retractable visor does add a little bit of width to the sides, giving it an overall rounded shape, which sometimes made me feel like I look like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Yes, that.
Finally, this isn't a negative for me, but you should know that this chin guard isn't substantial and could easily break under any hard impact. It's great for light-duty use like eScooters, ATVs, and mopeds, but if you plan on hitting the highways or you're doing some big stunts on your dirt bike, I would definitely stick with a more traditional style motorcycle helmet. But that's it for all my downsides, so let's move on to pricing. At $100, this is on the lower end of the scale and quite a bargain in my opinion. And if you're interested in that clear visor, that's also available for an additional $15. I'll leave a link to my Amazon affiliate link in the description below. It won't cost you anything extra to use that link, but it helps me to continue to make these reviews. So if you're looking for a good light-duty helmet, I would definitely keep the ILM 726X on your short list. The removable chin mount and retractable visor make it versatile in many conditions, and for those longer rides, the plush padding ensures a snug but comfortable fit. And aside a few drawbacks we discussed, for the price, I would have no problem recommending this helmet to anyone. Well, that's it for this video. If you have any feedback or questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe or join now for some extra perks. Thanks for watching. What is happening? Stay. The ILM 726X helmet. Great. Take 2. You might be wondering why the switch. It's actually not the helmet that I use. How many times can I drop that helmet on the floor? We're about to find out. Looking at the inside of the helmet, you'll see additional padding. You'll see plenty of padding. Looking at the inside of the helmet, you'll see additional padding. You'll see plenty of padding. You'll see it plenty. Another one of my favorite things is this is a retractable visor. Finally, the helmet meets FMVSS and for the retractable. It's up one more time. Visor didn't go down. Why is this having a problem? What's going on?